welcome to this Wednesday, October the 26th edition of the Ringside Report. I am Ryan Young. Joining me on the phone, he's back from his hiatus. He answered his phone. The king of controversy, Anthony Smoothie. Tony, welcome back.
Happy Wednesday.
I hope it's a happy Wednesday, Tony. I really, really do.
Hey, we got the Cubs in the World Series. Let's rock.
Of course, Game 1 was last night. We're pre-recording this before Game 1, so good luck to the Cubs. And, of course, we'll be posting this sometime after and during the, we'll be taping Friday's show during Game 4 or Game 2, so I don't know if I'll really have a clean aspect of this until Monday's show, and hopefully by then this series is over, right?
Yeah.
But we'll see, Tony. We'll see. Okay, let's recap Raw from Monday night. They were in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Chris Jericho comes out and finds out someone stole his list, Tony. And then Kevin Owens comes out and says he don't have the list, but he needs to focus on the match. Stephanie McMahon says the triple threat's happening. Chris Jericho says it's not happening. Seth Rollins comes out and has the list, and he says he's going to take it and hide it, and we pretty much spend the whole Raw trying to find the list. Enzo defeats Carl Anderson. Sheamus and Cesaro defeat New Day. Bayley versus Dana Brooke end up turning into an arm wrestling match that turns into Bayley getting beat up by Dana Brooke. Bo Dallas gets a win over Curtis Axel. The Golden Truth get a win over the Shining Stars. We had the women's title contract signing, which really seems scripted, but Mick Foley laid it from the heart, Tony. What a promo by Mick Foley telling these women what to expect in Hell in a Cell.
Yes, definitely. Mick Foley pouring his heart out, doesn't want this match to happen inside Hell in a Cell, but they signed the contract and we'll see you in Boston on Sunday night.
Rich Swann defeats Brian Kendrick. Braun Strowman versus Sami Zayn doesn't happen as he gets attacked. Braun Strowman pretty much annihilates Sami Zayn, but then Sami Zayn fights back. Tony, is this a match that's going to happen at Hell in a Cell?
Yeah, Braun's going to wipe the mat with him.
It hasn't been announced yet, has it?
It was supposed to be announced, but I think Braun Strowman said he wants Foley to give him better competition.
Oh, yeah. Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman come out. Tony, this promo was bad, mainly because they are in Brock Lesnar's hometown. They wanted the fans to cheer. What the promo was supposed to be is the fans cheering for Goldberg. They were cheering for Brock Lesnar. Vince McMahon pulled the plug on this promo early, hitting Brock's music. It wasn't a good feel in that promo on Monday night.
You know, Paul Heyman saying out there that if you don't stop cheering Goldberg, saying Brock Lesnar's going to
No, but Tony, I'm talking about for real. The fans were supposed to be cheering for Goldberg, and they were cheering for Brock because they're in Minneapolis.
Brock didn't like it, so he just left. So I think what's going to happen with Goldberg coming next week, maybe Brock will show up.
And I'm not sure where's Raw next week.
I don't remember. I'll have to look it up.
Are they in the Midwest still? Because I know SmackDown last night was in Green Bay.
Yeah, I think they're in Cincinnati, next week, I believe.
And then don't forget, Tony, if this match becomes a Survivor Series, the fact of the matter is that they're in Canada. Brock Lesnar is also from Canada. So you think the fans aren't going to cheer for Goldberg there either?
No.
So they need this match in Atlanta.
Maybe they should make it the Georgia Dome.
I don't think anyone's wrestled in the Georgia Dome. I don't even think the Georgia Dome, this is the last year of it because I think the Falcons get a new stadium next year.
Yeah, this is the last year because the new Mercedes-Benz Stadium will be built.
Yep. And then finally, Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins versus Chris Jericho. Seth Rollins gets a pin. Who did he pin, Jericho or Owens?
Jericho and Owens.
He pinned them both?
Yeah.
I was too busy watching the news. But okay, so that's your Monday Night Raw, Tony. Overall, are you excited after that Raw for Hell in a Cell?
I'm really excited, but I want to know what the status of Seth Rollins after he took that merciless...
Yeah, I didn't even bring that up. Good point, I forgot. And then following the match, Kevin Owens annihilates Seth Rollins. So yeah, and up top, it's not going to be good for him coming in injured to Hell in a Cell.
No, I don't think so. Seth Rollins probably like 50% right now going into Hell in a Cell on Sunday.
Definitely. So that is Monday Night Raw. Of course, SmackDown was last night. We'll have a recap of that on Friday's show. We're taking time out here on the Ringside Report. When we come back, we're going to preview Ring of Honor and NXT. That's next on the Ringside Report. Okay, we're back here on the Ringside Report. On this date in 1998, Tony, the final week, Nitro won in the ratings.
Yeah, it was a sad day for Nitro. The 64 weeks of battling Raw finally got to beat him.
And of course, 97 on this date was the, I always loved Halloween Havoc. They did it in Las Vegas. I want to say my parents were in Las Vegas for that weekend, and they took a picture of the flyer, and that was Roddy Piper in a steel cage. I want to say against Hogan, right?
Yeah, against Hogan.
And then Randy Savage faced someone in a street fight. I think Lex Luger?
No, DDP.
Luger was the ref, maybe. I don't know. But what a... I miss the 90s. I'm going to go back on the network and watch the 90s. Okay, Tony, we're going to preview Ring of Honor. Some of the matches, of course, as they continue to get ready. Not sure, this past weekend, we didn't see, but Silas Young got his world title match. No word on what happened. Of course, I believe them tapings will eventually be coming to, I'm sure that match will eventually be on Ring of Honor. But we're getting ready as it's the Tempura Boys losing to Colt Cabana, or excuse me, whoops. I'm not supposed to be giving you results. We're previewing it. I'm sorry, Tony. Once again, I'm messing up. Tony, what? I think the Cubs have me not on wrestling right now.
I don't know. I think you need to stop worrying about Brandon so much.
Who?
Brandon, like that cheater.
I don't know who that is. Colt Cabana and Dalton Castle are going to be in action this week. They're the #1 contenders for the tag team titles. They're getting their shot in Baltimore in the next set of TV tapings. What are the chances Cabana and Castle win the tag team titles?
That would be a shocker right there. Cabana and Castle winning the tag team titles would be a shocker.
Kyle O'Reilly will be in action. We'll also have the return of B.J. Whitmer and Punisher Martinez. Tony, what is going to happen out of all this? Is Steve Corino going to end up being with, as he keeps calling him, Father Kevin Sullivan?
It's cleared for Kevin Sullivan to be with Steve Corino and everything.
So do you think Steve Corino is going to join him?
Oh, yeah.
Way to put it in perspective. And your main event for this week is going to be Motor City Machine Guns against Evil and Naito. And, of course, you can see that tonight on Comet TV at 10 p.m. Or you can watch it, of course, every Saturday when we're talking about this, when this is the week before. But you can catch it on My Network TV on Saturdays and Channel 18 in Wisconsin on Sundays. Okay, now let's preview NXT. We're getting closer to we're getting closer to TakeOver Toronto, which will be taking place the night before Survivor Series. A match announced, Tony, Bobby Roode versus Ty Dillinger. How big of a match is this for Ty Dillinger going up against such a big name in Bobby Roode?
Oh, Bobby Roode is a big name back in TNA, but in WWE, you know, he's got to prove to everybody that he could be the favorite to win over Ty Dillinger.
Yes, he does. And also you have the world title picture getting, obviously, a Samoa Joe and Shinsuke Nakamura. What are we going to see next? Is Samoa Joe going to take someone else out? Because, of course, him and again, he attacked Nakamura. And this is going to be interesting to see. Will Nakamura be 100% by TakeOver?
Yeah, he will be 100% by TakeOver. And I guarantee that Joe will get his title back big time.
And that should be a fun match as well. The Dusty Rhodes Memorial Tag Team Tournament still taking place. I think a team that's going to be underrated, we saw them last week, the team of Austin Aries and Roderick Strong. But Tony, remember this. Remember when these two were in TNA? They were partners together with Alex Shelley. I forgot what they were called. They were like remember when Alex Shelley had his video camera gimmick?
I'm trying to think of the team, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
But I believe both of them were together, because I know Austin Aries was, and I want to say Roderick Strong was with them too.
Yeah, oh God, what the...
Or no, it was Johnny Devine that was with them.
Yeah.
But I forgot what the name of their group was. But anyway, them two have ties there. I'm not sure if they have ties in Ring of Honor. I know Austin Aries was in Ring of Honor, but I'm not sure if Roderick Strong and him were in there at the same time. I don't think so.
No.
Okay, so that is NXT. That is tonight on the WWE Network. We're going to take a time out. When we come back, we're going to preview Impact for tomorrow night on Pop TV. Tony, happy birthday to Chicago's own CM Punk.
Oh, he's celebrating with AJ Lee.
He's 38 years old today, and Tony, what a birthday present to be for the Cubs to be up 2-0, maybe?
Yeah, and with him being there in Game 3 of the World Series.
Do you think he'll be there?
Oh, he'll be there. If he pumps up the crowd, that would be so awesome.
He pumped him up in Game 2 when I was there at the DS.
We don't need that Jim Belushi guy.
No. Anyway, of course, before we talk about Impact, on Monday I went to go visit my aunt. Of course, October is Liver Cancer Awareness Month, and my aunt is recovering. She just had her liver transplant. The cancer is gone. She's in recovery. Everything's going well for her. The only thing is that she's not eating a lot right now. She's got to have 2,500 calories a day. She's only has 500 right now. But besides that, she's learning that she needs to get her strength back, which I think is from the not eating. So hopefully they have a goal of her being out of the hospital and into a rehab center by November the 4th. So we send our bets off to Tits, and she's fighting. As of course, Liver Cancer Awareness Ringside Report's going green. Beat liver cancer. I'll have this shirt on for the rest of this week and Monday's show, or half of Monday's show. And then, but of course, for always is Ringside Report will be fighting, helping fight liver cancer. Okay, let's preview Impact for tomorrow night on Pop TV. We got Bobby Lashley, the #1 contender for the world title. Tony, I believe he gets his match this week against Eddie Edwards.
Yeah, he gets his rematch, and I guarantee he will get his world title back after what Eddie Edwards did a couple weeks ago.
And of course, Bobby Lashley got a win in Bellator last Friday night. So he is a dominant force in both sports, kind of like Brock Lesnar.
Yes, definitely. What would be nice if Bobby Lashley did repeat and go back to WWE and face Brock Lesnar?
That'd be great. I think that'd be a fun match. Or Dave Bautista, because he's an MMA fighter now too, isn't he?
Yeah.
Okay, also a great feud that's starting. It'll be a tag team match tomorrow night. It's going to be Aaron Rex, and who's kind of playing a heel now, and Eli Drake. Tony?
Yeah.
I knew it. And they'll be going up against Jesse Goddard and EC3, Tony. This should be a very fun tag team main event, if the world title match isn't happening, which I'm still not sure if it is, but eventually it will. But this is still going to be a fun tag team match.
Yeah, this is going to be a great match. Aaron Rex and Eli Drake, dummy, yeah. We should get that fun, but Eli Drake needs to get a world title shot.
We will definitely, if that ever becomes available, I want to get that. That and Enzo and Cass's microphones. If them two things become available, they'll be on Ringside Report.
Oh, boy.
Dummy.
Yeah.
What else we got? Tony, what's next for Maria? I think, is this the week that we finally see Allie turn on her and Laurel and who's the other one? Sienna. Is tomorrow night the night?
Yeah, I believe so. Allie's got to do something, because that squeaky voice is killing me.
And she is actually a wrestler, so this is just a gimmick she's doing. I want to say her name was Cherry Bomb, or Cherry Pie, or something like that. But anyway, that's Impact. That'll be tomorrow night on Pop TV. That's also the opening night of the NBA season for the Bulls. They'll host the Celtics. The NBA tipped off last night. The Cavaliers and the Chicago Knicks. How about it, Tony?
The New York Knicks, not the Chicago Knicks.
No, Derrick Rose and Joakim Noah. It's the Chicago Knicks.
Joakim Noah back in Cleveland again.
Yeah, where he's loved so much. I hope the Cavs won. I don't know yet. Okay, preview for Friday. We're going to recap Ring of Honor, NXT, of course, SmackDown. We're going to have the Hell in a Cell warm-up. Plus, we will be previewing SSW. Tony, I got a dilemma, and we only got 30 seconds to talk about it. But if the series goes to 5 games, which odds are it will, the World Series, I got SSW from 4 to 7. Then I'm staying after to watch the game with Scott Beatty, of all people, at the bar. And then I got to come home and watch Hell in a Cell. Tony, we might have to do a wrap-up at like 2 in the morning. Are you going to be awake?
I'll be awake. We'll do a late night edition of those.
Oh, geez, what a night it's going to be. And hopefully it's all in... And actually, it might even be later than that if the Cubs win the World Series by that time.
Yeah, America.
Everyone have a great rest of the week. We'll be back Friday. For Anthony Smoody, I'm Ryan Johnson, and thank you for watching the Ringside Report, your front row seat to all things wrestling.